phase 2, phase 3, all this, and to get into the market, if you ever get into that, it takes 15 to 20 years. I think by then, right, most of my family members would have gone to another place already. So I thought, no, this is not a good solution. And during that time, I also realized something. So the first one is prevention is better than cure. But the second thing that I realized in life is that, so people are afraid of being ugly than being sick. So if someone has got, let's say, high cholesterol or high blood pressure, they are not very concerned about it. But they might be concerned about, pigmentation here. Hey, how to make my skin a bit more fairer. So we can see, then that's why during my PhD, I actually changed the direction. I actually went to study about how the bacteria in the oral cavity interacts. So to be more specific, I actually look at what we call periodontal diseases. You know how like when you brush teeth and it bleeds a lot, that kind of, and there's gum recession and the alveolar bone and all these are the characteristic of periodontal diseases. So I actually look at the bacteria, how the bacteria work together to actually make us have the disease. So according to my supervisor, I'm the first person in the world to actually realize that between bacteria and bacterial interactions, they are actually vitamin B interaction. So they can communicate with each other and request for vitamin B. So that's why if you think about that, a small bacterium, a small organism like that needs vitamin. How about a multicellular organism like big people like us that make up of trillions of cells? Do you think we need vitamin? I would say so. So that is my education background. This is where I used to work, and this is the laboratory. Oh, now looking at that. This is the laboratory that I work in, as you can see, so the bacteria we actually grow on the dish in an anaerobic chamber, and then also the bottom left, we actually look at different things, different compounds that can actually remineralize our teeth, and then we on the bottom right, I actually work in an environment where it is clean and sterile. So this is the environment, laboratory environment that we used to work. So, then how do I get in contact with USANA? Actually, well, when I first started, because of work commitment because of the association with the university, I wasn't very active. So I just share this with friends, and I hardly go on stage to share. But there was once I had this opportunity where I presented diabetes, and people from the corporate from Sydney actually came and listened to my presentation. And after that, they actually nominated me to present in the Asia Pacific Convention in Singapore. So at that time, it was in front of 5,000-6,000 people. So I was sharing about how to choose a good multivitamin, how to choose a good fish oil, how to choose a good supplements and grapeseed, etc. and etc. And after that, they say that, oh, they like my presentation. And I got invited to present in the main stage in the international convention during our 25th anniversary. That was, I have to say, I'm really humbled to be given this opportunity and to present in front of 10,000 people. And beside that, I also have this opportunity because USANA keep upgrading the product, and then with the new multivitamin Cell Central, I actually tour around Australia to actually share my knowledge with everyone else. So I have to say I'm very humbled to be given this opportunity, and I feel very privileged because during this time I actually learned from a lot of leaders, a lot of different mentors that actually give me guidance. So I have to say I am very blessed to be in this position, to be given all this opportunity. The other thing that I think before I start my presentation, I also like to thank the USANA corporate staff, not just from the Australia. Stephen has been very, very helpful, and including some previous staff members. All this journey has not been so smooth without their help, and also staff and members from USANA in Malaysia as well. I have to say, because during these past few months, I have been in Malaysia, and I have to say the support from the staffs in Malaysia has been marvelous. So thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. So let's start our presentation. So I have to say, when I first do this USANA business or get into this USANA business, there was something that because my background is not business, and I'm an academic person. So at first I found it very difficult, just like anyone else. But I'm glad that someone actually taught me this. They say, right, in USANA, if you can solve this issue, you can solve all the problem. The first one is to get money out of the customer's wallet. So you can get money out of the customer wallet. And then number two is actually instill an idea into their brain. So I repeat again, get money from their wallet and instill some knowledge into their brain. So I thought, whoa, okay. So means that, this actually comprised of the health and the business, or what it is. So I keep thinking about it for the past few years. I have always been thinking about it. That's why I thought this has changed the way I look at USANA. The second thing that I have that changed my whole thinking about USANA is, towards the end of the day, running USANA is a business. What do I mean by a business? Imagine our relationship with the customer. So when the customer gives us money, we exchange that with values. It could be in the form of products, or it could be in the form of service or something else. So a lot of people, including when I first joined, I didn't see this as an exchange of values. So this took me a good few years to understand and comprehend that. And when I realized this, right, it makes my life a lot easier. So what is sales actually? Sales means that we have a product and the customer has got a need. And then when these two match, boom, we have sales. But before we talk about sales, let's review. What exactly are we selling? What exactly are we selling? I would like to give a few examples to you guys. Let's have a look here. So this is a fast food chain. What do you think, any fast food chain, what do you think they are selling? The fast food chain. There are people that say, some Jana say it's there are some that say convenience, there are some that say fast food, there are some that say time. Okay, good. So if you think about that, right, are they really selling the burger, or they are selling the fries, or the come on, soft drinks, right? You can get it anywhere, correct? So what is fast food chain actually selling? Well, believe me or not, for me, I think they are selling happiness. They are selling memories. Ask yourself this. I don't know with you guys, okay? Definitely with me. So from time to time, when I walk past a particular fast food chain, it brings back a lot of memories. Do you still remember when you were younger and you were looking for maybe your mom or your dad, your parents, give you a reward? If you do something, your reward will be a visit to that particular shop. And during my time, I still remember there was a particular fast food restaurant. They actually, when you buy a particular meal, you have the option to buy color pencil. That was my time. And all these were memories. And now, even when I grew up, every time when I walk past, I still think about all these memories, all these moments where, oh yeah, oh, the other thing, I shared this with another friend. They told us about birthday party. So have you ever actually visited this fast food chain restaurant and had your birthday organized that? Where you when you invite your friends over and or there are some fast food restaurant that has got the slide where you have fun and play. And not just that, Do you still remember when you were at high school, right? And you got nowhere to go and you go there. So you went to all these fast food restaurants. Okay, there are people that say go study. Come on. There are people, yes, they go study, they go mingle, they even go dating. Am I right? So all these are memories. So think about that. So what exactly is fast food restaurant selling? Number two, someone very honestly, free aircon. I like it. Okay, number two, what exactly is the real estate company selling? Do you think they are really selling that particular property, that particular house, or what exactly are they selling? So a friend a friend that's in real estate actually once shared with me, and he said, right, if you want to sell a particular property to make it even more homey, what you need to do is you have to brew some coffee. You can even bake a cake or bread or something like that. So when the people come in, coffee or cake, coffee or bread, what does it mean? How does it feel like? It brings back a lot of memories about family. So let's think about this. What is real estate selling? They are actually selling home, not house, home, family, this kind of happiness, I have to say. Third thing, let's have a look. I don't even want to find a picture to put it here because I'm afraid if I put on a picture here, you guys will not concentrate on my presentation and go shopping straight away. So why do you think people go for luxury brand? You know, a wallet or a handbag. The other day when I help a friend buying handbag only, I realized, oh, there are many kinds of handbag. There are some that you can hold like that, some that you can put here, some that you can put here. Why? Why do people actually want to go for luxury brand? And when people go for luxury brand, do you think they'll tell you, oh, the leather here is so thick that you can pull on it on the floor? No, right? So why people go and spend so much money on the luxury brand? Well, maybe people actually spend it because of, who knows, maybe it's because of the lifestyle or the feeling, the feeling of, the good feeling, when people wear branded stuff, maybe it represents them, the status, so on and so forth. Okay, I've given you, the luxurious feeling, yes. So I've given three examples. Now let's come back and think about this. What is USANA selling? What is USANA selling? So is USANA only selling all these supplements, skin care, weight management, or who knows, maybe shampoo, whatever. At the moment, there's hand sanitizer. Is USANA selling those things? Or USANA is selling something else? This is something that I like to explore with everyone. What is USANA selling? So visibly, USANA, we are selling nutritional supplements, weight management products, and skincare. So this is very apparent, just like how we see fast food, it's burger, fries, and fried chicken, and so on and so forth. This is what visible to the eyes. But what is deep inside there? Well, for me, I think we are selling a business opportunity to generate income as a result of hard work and persistence. Of course, you might be arguing, well, we are selling health as well. Of course, that is true. So I think there's a lot of things that we are selling. But one thing definitely, us being in USANA, we actually share Dr. Wen's vision. I have to say, when I first joined USANA, I didn't feel the impact of Dr. Wen's vision. But later on, as the number of years that I got involved here, from the thing that the corporate is doing, the associate are involved in, I feel more and more about Dr. Wen's vision. Dr. Wen's dream of a world free from pain and suffering, a world free from diseases. And he wants the USANA family to be the healthiest family on earth. He wants us to share his vision, and most importantly, this is what I like: love life and live it to the fullest in happiness and health. Wow! I was thinking, my goodness, who came up with this? And the more I got into USANA, the more I felt that, okay, so my responsibility is to actually share this vision to more and more people. So I have to really thank Dr. Wen for that. And during my several visits to USANA, and I managed to have conversation with Dr. Vance. And the more I talked to him, the more I felt his genuine heart to help more and more people to achieve happiness and health. So I hope that everyone actually that are involved in USANA actually know more about his vision and fully understand his vision. So, okay, let's come back to this. What is USANA offering? Well, on one hand, which is very obvious, we got offered the health and well-being. So because being the best nutritional supplements in the world, and of course, with the good nutritional supplements, we can have, it will improve our well-being, improve our health. Then, well, health and well-being is something really, really obvious that everyone can feel. And beside that, time control and time freedom. On top, if you dig deeper and deeper, you will see I like to use the financial choice. So it's a choice to choose what you like to do, or you don't do what you don't like to do. It's a choice. It's a freedom to choose. And lastly, values. So I remember when I have been in USANA for a good 8 years now. So during these 8 years, what attracted me initially was the health. So health and well-being is something I concentrate on. And as time goes by, I realized that, hey, there's more dimension in terms of the time, financial, and values that I like to explore more with you guys. Okay. Have a look of this picture. Think about this. If you start off with health, so yesterday was Mother's Day, and I'm sure everyone celebrated. There are people that cook for mom, buy flower for mom, and the next month is Father's Day in Asia, and it's September in Australia. So think about that. What does health mean to our parents? See, for us, everyone has got parents. So when we are working very hard or concentrate on our job or on our career, there's one person that there's our parents are the people that we I should say we sometimes worry about, correct? And if they have good health, then it means a lot to us. Do you agree? Beside our parents, how about if you have kids? You know, kids, teenagers, they are sitting for exam. So they have more concentration. They can focus more on studies. They can do well in their studies in universities so that they have a brighter future. Oh, so that is that aspect. The other aspect is your partner. So he or she might be working class. Well, they are stressed in life. There's a lot of things to handle. Health is something that during this time they might overlook. But having a good health means a lot to them because they support the entire family. And lastly, small kids, growing kids. So if you look at health in this way, it means a lot. Aha. So the next one that I want to talk about is beauty, skincare. So for a lot of people, our salary, I just applied some serum on me so that it's glowing. So what does salary means to people? Well, superficially, salary is a product that has got the intelligence technology that actually activate our cells to produce to actually help with the production of fat, and then it actually repairs wrinkles, so on and so forth. And when people apply this, well, we have a lot of great results. This is actually some of the activities in our team in Malaysia. So, well, yes, when people get beauty, when people get good skin, actually, what is the value behind that? What I've seen is that over these past few years, when people get beauty, when people get good skin, they gain their confidence. They have the courage and confidence, and how people get together to form a community. And this community enable everyone to, I like to use the word grow and glow. They glow and they grow. So they gain confidence. I've seen people that they not come out and speak and share, and suddenly through all this community and encouragement, people actually come out and organize a salary party. They talk to people, they present, they organize and step out from their comfort zone, and it changed so many women. They call it mompreneur. So for this, I'm really proud. So in what it started off with beauty, but deep inside, it changed people's life. I always say women is very important because women can affect three generations from their parents, both parents, from their husband, and even from their kids. So a confident mom will bring up confident kids. So this is what I see, and I'm really proud that USANA has got this salary and it has changed so many people's life. Lastly, if you think about that, not like what I mentioned, time. So they always say, right? The love that you can give for kids is time. So especially lately, I've seen a lot of parents because of financial constraint. Both parents need to work, and they have to send the kids to someone else to childcare or someone else to look after. Well, because of the situation, sometimes we do not have a choice. But if given the choice, don't you want to spend more time seeing your kids growing up? Right? So time. with family, time seeing your kids growing up, time with your parents. And time, see, time is something that you never get back. at at a particular age or at a particular stage of your life, you do different things. And it is important that you have a choice of freedom to choose who you want to spend your time with, what you want to do with them. But so often, like I remember, uh, there was a time that I asked a friend, I say, "Hey, what is your dream?" And she said, "My dream is to bring my parents to the US because her parents have never been to the US before." And I say, "Well, when can you bring your parents there?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know because she hardly can survive on herself due to different difficulties." So, but one thing I always remind myself is our parents are getting older and older as time goes by. And there are times where our parents might not be so fortunate to wait for the day when we succeed. So we must succeed. The rate at which we succeed must be quicker than the rate at which our parents grow older. So this is very, very important. So if you can see, this is actually the pyramid needs. When you look at this, when I always communicate with people, I start to look at these needs. There are some basic needs, what they call the physiological needs. Like as a human being, we need to have food, we need to have water, warm, and a place to a shelter. And on top of that, then we start to have safety needs. We would like to feel safe, protected, the security needs. But on top of that, this is where belongings and love. Here, I always think about community as well. And you know what? They realize that like loneliness kills more people than anything else. It's having a community, a positive community, a conducive environment to support each other growth. And this is something that I see in the USANA community, where we get together, help each other, and actually change life and make the world a better place. And if you go higher, it's the esteem needs. And if you go even higher, there are people that like to create a legacy. I always talk to a lot of diamond directors actually. I ask them, actually, why do you want to do USANA? And you know, a lot of people, including myself, I started with health, or I want to earn more money, and I like to have more time, and I would like to travel the world. I like to buy this, buy this, buy. And after talking to a lot of different people that has got bigger dreams, they told me they want to create a legacy. What legacy? They like to help more people to achieve more in life. You know, I have there are some that really touch me. For example, to create 300 $1 million club members. Ooh, and they want to change their life, or they want to donate to True Health Foundations. And I can see how big their dreams are. And this is actually reflected in their actions. So I have to say, the more I know about these pyramid needs, the more I know how to actually communicate with people. Okay, so that one is very theoretical. Then now let's step back and come back about health. So, okay, fundamentally, we are a cellular nutritional company. So fundamentally, we must know our own products, right? So first thing that I think everyone should know is that we should know our product. And before we go and talk to our prospect, we must imagine every question a prospect might ask and arm ourselves with the answer linking to that. And very importantly, this is something I'm very afraid of, because there are people that are very professional, or they have got medical background, or they have scientific background. Whoa, they go on and on onto a particular product that the customer that lost in translation. So it's very important that we can offer and the explanation in one sentence. Only the people that really know their stuff can explain things in a very brief and concise way. So I give you guys an example. This is how I would learn and study about our product. I give you guys an example. For every product, I ask myself these 5 things. Number 1, what are their functions? What are the benefits? Second, what are the ingredients? What are they made of? Thirdly, who are they suitable for? 4, what are the unique selling points? How is this product different from other products in the market? And lastly, what are some of the precautions or what we need to take care of? I always start with these 5 things. So I just want to share with you guys that you can actually start from these 5 aspects to actually learn from a particular product. Here, I would like to use an example. The example that I like to use, which is also one of our best sellers, is our Biomega fish oil, our ultra pure fish oil supplement. And thanks a lot for the USANA Australia for putting this together. All right, let's talk about fish oil. Okay, so remember what I say? The first thing that we talk about is what are their functions? What are their benefits? So, well, it can support development and neural development and neural functions. It actually enhances joint flexibility. It helps with the eyes health and child development. So fish oil has got anti-inflammatory properties that help with brain development and it's good for the skin as well. So these are the functions of fish oil. And what are the ingredients? The ingredients is omega-3 polyunsaturated fatty acid. And it's omega-3 and it has got EPA and DHA. So these are the ingredients. And on top of that, it has got vitamin D as well. So beside that, what are the unique selling point for our fish oil? Oh, so it has gone through double distillation. So means that it has gone through 2 filtration to actually ensure that it's free from contamination. What are some other unique selling point? Oh, it's added with vitamin D and it's flavored with lemon oil to actually minimize the fishy taste. And on top of that, remember this, our fish oil is actually manufactured by small deep sea fish. Why small? Because of the contamination, big fish will eat small fish. And as a result, big fish will have more accumulated heavy metal or toxin. That's why USANA chose to choose the small deep sea fish. And remember, this is not liver, it's a whole fish. So all these are very important. I like to share another thing with you guys as well. So do you know that fish oil is very easily oxidized? If something gets oxidized very easily, then we must do something to prevent it from getting oxidized. Am I right? That's why USANA actually put 1 month supply, or to be more specific, 28 days supply into a bottle. On top of that, can you see how our bottle, the light cannot penetrate through? It's to protect that. And the third thing I must tell you is, do you know that our fish oil is actually manufactured in an environment, in a nitrogen gas environment? So in such a way that there's no oxygen inside to actually prevent it from getting oxidized. So the moment before you open it, it is preserved so that it's not oxidized. All these are very important. All these are our unique selling point, right? So if you can use this to study each and every product or do this exercise in the family meeting, whoo, that is how we can share our knowledge with more and more people. And remember, don't make it complicated. Keep it silly simple. Always relate that to our daily life. And lastly, make sure that you highlight the unique selling point. So a lot of people ask me, so okay, why do you want to eat fish oil? Oh, helps you with your cardiovascular health. Maintain the elasticity of your blood vessel. And okay, how about anti-inflammatory? What does anti-inflammatory mean? Oh, inflammation. What does inflammation mean? Oh, you know what? If you have pain, you have swelling, redness, oh, you can take fish oil. I suggest that you can take fish oil. So keep it simple. Keep it simple. And I have a tip to share with everyone. When you learn about products, don't start with Substantia. Because Substantia is our flagship product. It has got so many functions, so many ingredients. If you start with Substantia, it's going to kill you. So always start with fish oil, calcium. I love probiotic, fiber. Start with all these first, and then come back to Substantia later. Okay. So I gave you guys an example on fish oil, but I also like to highlight this. The fact that you know all this doesn't mean that when you see your customer, you have to tell them all this information. No. Knowing is one thing, providing appropriate information to your customer is another thing. Let me elaborate. Okay. So knowing the product is very important. Now I'm going to talk about keys to building a good relationship with your customer. Okay. So building a good relationship, find the client's fear, pain, worry, and issue and concern. So often, when we communicate with our customer, what the customer tells us initially might not the main concern or the worry or the issues that they are facing. So often, people will not tell you their real needs or their real issues or problems. However, through more communication and interaction that we will be able to find. So, in order to do that, you must be knowledgeable about the current situation. Well, I give you guys an example about the COVID-19 now. The other day, I shared the product and the business opportunity with someone that has got they own a clinic, a cosmetic clinic. So, and this cosmetic clinic is actually in a very prestigious establishment in a very wealthy area, and as a result, the rental is very, very high. So when I met up with her, I say something like, and I could feel that the uncertainties, the fear, and with the COVID-19 and in Malaysia, it's been closed down for more than 2 months now. I would say more than 2 months now, close to, and it will continue to close for another 1 month. And that was even before the close down. So I mentioned about, what, you just need one person to contract to get COVID-19 due to cosmetic in the cosmetic clinic. Then everyone will be so afraid, and no one will actually go to a cosmetic clinic anymore. And as a result, what happened to your business? And all this is not something that you can control. And what I really like about network marketing is network marketing allow us to make mistake, and learn, make mistake and learn, make mistake and learn, and we do something right or find the right person or do the right thing. Oh, then the business boom. But in traditional business, is you must do the right thing, do the right thing, do the right thing. And as soon as one decision is made wrongly or something bad happens, and this might not be the result of you, you know, it could be the result of the big environment like COVID-19, and the shop got shut down. And we can see uh, both in Australia, in Malaysia, so many business got closed down. So all these are the fear, the pain, and worry that I think that, you know, if we know the situation, the current situation more, we can actually provide more solution. And during this, I actually learned something, is to listen, ask question, and then listen and ask question again. I'm someone that's very talkative. I talk a lot. And then someone actually reminded me, maybe you should listen more. And I realized that as soon as I changed this approach, right? Oh, then I actually get to listen to people's inner needs and get deeper and deeper to what people needs and what people are lacking. So these are something that I like to share with you guys. The other thing is to understand the client's situation and needs. Okay, few things here that I like to share. And coming back to Malaysia lately has really changed my paradigm. I give you an example. In the past, right, when I share calcium with people, our Magnicalc D, oh my God, I got into this professional mode. Then I start to tell people, oh, you know what, calcium, right? Oh, our calcium has got calcium citrate, got calcium nitrate, this and that, how your body needs calcium and magnesium and how it oh my God. And I realized that I, I, I have not been, you know, targeting towards that particular group of people. And in Malaysia, I realized that people like to have the right message, the simple message. Just tell me how this can help me. Or if I don't take this, what can happen to me? And oh, then I start to change. Having the right message is very, very important. And I share another story about salary with you guys, okay? Um, it was funny, and I was being playful, and you know, I remember there was one in a salary party. Um, I invited people, and there was an auntie that actually came, and that auntie attended. After the auntie attended, right? The auntie said, "Oh, you know what? Auntie is old already. This skincare is more suitable for young ladies. Auntie, no, no, no." And then furthermore, auntie is not working anymore. So I rely on uncle money. Okay, during this situation, how would you tackle this? How would you help her? A lot of people will say, "Oh no, auntie, you are still young lah. Everyone needs to have good skin and all." I tried all this before in other aunties, and I realized it wouldn't work on aunties. Like I say, I've been very playful. Okay, I always like to experiment. So I have to tell you first, I've been playful. You know what I say? I say, auntie, let me tell you. If today you don't use the uncle money, the uncle will spend money on some other people. Straight away, she said, I want one set. That's how I saw mine. Why? Because yeah. So what I really like is I'm someone that's very playful. I like to try different things, say different things. Yeah. And another thing I want to share with you guys, also auntie. Do you realize that I like to talk to auntie? Because if you talk to uncle, towards the end of the day, the auntie need to make the decision. So why don't you go to the auntie straight away? This is my secret. So I this is something I realized that's different between Australia and Malaysia. When I was in Australia, so often we like to ask people, hey, how old are you? In Australia, I don't know why people like to say, I am 43 years old and 8 months. I think, oh my God, I don't need to be so specific. 43 or 44 is good enough. Whereas back in Malaysia, oh my goodness, when you ask an auntie how old she is, it got you into the whole drama. So the first thing she said is, so how old do you think I am, huh? And the first time when I first started that, I got shocked. How would I know? I'm just asking you how old you are and you tell me. And they go into this. So you see, how old do you think I am, huh? So, and after a while, I learned you must follow the whole process and then get into, oh, auntie, I think you are maybe at most 34. Oh, really? Okay, I buy you coffee. Oh, then I realized that during the coffee time is where the conversation starts. So, like I say, it's different environment, different people, you say different things, especially in the initial stage, how you build a relationship and try to find needs. So, well, I have to say, I don't know how's the situation in Philippines, or people care about their age, or you never ask people about their age. But universally, I realize age is something that girls don't usually review. Yes, typical Malaysian want you to guess and make sure honesty and stupidity is just one. It's just very close. So being smart a bit, you know how to answer this question. Oh, okay, like this is the appropriateness of response. And another thing I realized is that a lot of people forgot, right, how they first got approached about Visana as well. So when you first got approached, right, did you say no to people? You say no to people, right? So, okay, we can reject people. People can reject us as well. We must know this. People can reject us as well. So a lot of people forgot about, right, in the past, right, they have rejected not just once, twice, many, many times. Ask your upline, then you know. Right? So if we then if we can reject others, then why can't customer reject us? The customer can reject us as well. Like me, you think I would say yes straight away? No, 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 no. Oh, I have been very difficult, I know. However, we must be patient. And what we use, what I say is that pre-work and follow up. Usually, business, we manage to sell business after at least 3 to 5 times follow up, if not more. But a lot of people, after first follow up, second follow up, oh, they give up already. They say that this business is very difficult. This business is not for them because they haven't tried hard enough. So this is one thing. The other thing is trying to find the right audience. I always say, right, they always say in the world, there are 3 kinds of people whose money can be earned very easily. The first one is ladies. Number 2, kids. Number 3, number 3, we better don't earn their money first lah. The third one is dead people. So doesn't matter. So we earn the ladies and the kids' money is good enough already for the time being. And you have to find the right audience, right? So yes, and provide solution and provide suggestions, so on and so forth. Okay. So next, I like to spend some time and talk about buying psychology. So just imagine today we go and buy something as well. Think about that. The last time you buy something, whether online, offline, doesn't matter. What did you buy? And why did you buy? Where did you buy it from? So on and so forth. See, we face our customer and we are customers for other people as well. Think about that. When you buy something, what are some of the things that you consider, or what are some of the things that in your mind Did you ask any question? Did you explore any alternative? Or do you want people to answer your question to satisfy your question? Or did you bargain? Is price really important? So on and so forth. So let's think about this. But before I do that, I like to play a game with you guys. I always like to do this in seminar, but because today we are not in a seminar setting, so well, okay. So imagine this. Well, I don't know how you guys want to play, but I tell you how we play this game, okay? So choose A and B. So A and B. So this is how we play the game. A, hold your hand into fist. Okay? And B, listen. B, your job is to make A open their hands. So I always say, okay, 3 minutes. You guys go and play this game. Go and play this game. So you know what? As soon as I announce this, suddenly, right? Suddenly, out of the sudden, everyone got to this mood that A will hang on to the fist so much. Open, open. A will say, open up, open. Try to open. Open, open. A will suddenly behave in such a way that, right? Come. Yeah, you want to open up, open up. B will do whatever, take pen, poke la, open like that la, do a lot of hair la. Oh, next time I advise you guys come and play this game as well. So towards the end of the day, then I asked them, hey, so what is the game that what's the main purpose of this game? This game is, I say, B try to open A's hand, correct? Of course, over the past, I realized those people that are successful are people that offer money. I give you $5. Okay, they open their hand and take the money. So next time you play this game, offer money. That's the quickest. No, I'm just kidding. So what I'm trying to say is, did you realize as soon as I say B, your job is to open the fist of A, then suddenly A will get into this mode. Oh, open up. I don't want to open up. They will hang on to it more. The more B want to open the hand, A will try its best to actually hang on to the fist. Am I right? Actually, this is the buying psychology. Did you realize? Have you ever been to a situation where you want to talk about USANA with someone else? Then when you sit down, right, you realize the tension already. Tell me what you want to tell me about USANA. Say what? So tell me. This is not a good moment or good time to actually talk about USANA. Why? Because this person has got into this fist mode. It's very difficult for you to open it. So do you guys like to learn how to do this? Actually, I realized that there are people that typing. I can actually look at the chat one. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. Okay. The way to go about doing this is this. Have a look on the next slide. Okay. This diagram, I want to show you. Okay. Did you realize when you first see people, if you look at this properly, right? Plus means a positive interaction. Minus means a negative interaction. So did you realize when you see people or when you approach people, it's a very natural reaction that people refuse you because of fear, because of not understanding whatsoever. People usually the inside them is usually negative because people start to doubt. What are you trying to tell me? Is this a scam? Does it work or not? So can you see the interaction is negative, negative, negative? This one is the refuse mood. How do you break this cycle? What you need to do is attract. Attraction can actually break this cycle. Okay, I give you guys an example. Is that okay that I use myself as an example? Is that okay? Huh? Okay, huh? I use myself as an example. You know how lately, doesn't matter whether in Malaysia or in Australia, so they are having this 28-day challenge. You know how after lockdown, people stay at home too much and people gain some prosperity, you know, so people want to lose weight. So if today I want to, good food as well, yes. If people want to talk about weight loss lah, good food lah, what is the way to tell people about it? In the past, I would have said, oh, you know what? Our Nutrimilk is very good. It has got the balanced carbohydrate, fat, and protein, providing what you need in a meal so you can have clean food rather than junk food. It saves you time, it saves you money, dee da da, dee da da, dee da da. And I realized, right, if I put something like that on my Facebook, no one will care about me. So instead, I know I have to do something to attract people. So actually, I realized people that are good in Lusana, you must be a bit dramatic apps. So I did a few things. Don't laugh at me. So this is something that I do. So I told people, there was one night, right? I told people, so I wrote Instagram. I say, you know what? Thanks for all the warmth, all the care that you have given me. I think it's time to move on. Let's break up. And then I said, let's break up fats. That post, even a lot of friends in the past that didn't actually comment, suddenly commented, oh, what happened? Who's that person? Oh, then after they realized, oh, I'm breaking up with fat. Oh, suddenly, oh, this is a better way to tell people that I want to lose weight, correct? So I start to attract people already. I even did a second thing, but this is real. You guys cannot laugh at me, because you guys are all part of my my USANA family, right? Actually, when I want to lose weight, I stood on the scale, you know. And to my disappointment, I don't know whether it's my fault or the scale fault. When I stood on it, the whole thing, it's broken. It's broken. The number goes everywhere. So I put on my Instagram, I say, you know what? Hello, everyone. Anyone got a new got some scale to recommend or not? I just broke one. And I put in some other groups. You know, so many people visited me. Why? They want to see how fat I was, so that I managed to break a scale. So just me being playful, So I like to do things like that. And sometimes I've already planned already. I say, you know, when at night, right, I will write some posts like, you know, actually, have you ever in the middle of night think about your ex and think about the good time that you spend together with your ex or your lover? Then I put instant noodle. Then, you know, and all this can actually attract people. So, and this one, when people get attracted, then they will not refuse you so much. So, okay, so anyone that you like, you can follow my Instagram. I got more creative things coming up. Okay, the second part, after they refuse, if you manage to go past that stage, people usually get more relaxed. And how can you enhance this process? Is that maybe the people in Singapore that control the Singapore Zoom, can I get you to click the slides a bit, please? Hello. Yeah. Yes, relax and bonding. Can you click another time so that the bonding words come out? Yeah, thank you. So the second stage, right, is when people become relaxed. And when people become relaxed, then you must do the bonding. And for me, what I really, really like about bonding is this is counterintuitive with what I'm doing, is you talk about food. And I realized universally, no one does like food. I always, if I don't know what to talk to someone, I always talk about food. I know in Australia, people like to talk about the weather. People like to talk about the footy, the sports, and all this, whatever it is. So say something that you guys can relate to each other. Oh, you're also from Malaysia. Oh, I'm from Malaysia. You're from Klang. Yeah, Bak-kut-teh. Oh, then you start to create this kind of bonding. And when you create this kind of bonding, people feel familiar and people don't have that kind of people don't be so defensive against you. Then the interaction suddenly become and the rapport, people build rapport already, and the rapport start to build, and the interaction become better and better. This is where people will listen to you. So the third one is after they listen to you, they might be a bit reserved. So inside them, they feel like, yeah, you seem trustworthy, but I have to think about it first. Yes and no. During this time, what you need to do is you have to use authority. This is the time that you show data, you show information, and you show about, oh, you know what, this study show this, that study show that one, or this and that. So this is the time when you show authority or data. This is the time when you bring out your comparative guide and you show this, you show YouTube lah, you show Dr. Oz show lah, you show our videos. So this is the time when you show. So during this time, if you've done that properly, hey, hopefully the whole feeling is still in the positive side. Lastly, how can you actually manage to actually get the sales done? They will rethink about that. Every time, did you realize? Every time when people want to buy something, they always want to, yes, close the deal. They will say, let me think about that. How can you speed up and actually let them make a decision? And for me, whether they make a decision there or then is not important. At least I want a decision, yes or no. Because I don't like, let me think about that. Let me come back to you. I like to have an answer or not now. It's fine, right? How do you do it? Is you create a barrier. So for example, you can say, oh, you know what? This promotion, right, is only 5 days. So you buy 2 Kokyu, you get free fish oil. By the way, there are 2,400 sets that got sold already. I don't know by the time you make the decision, it's still available or not. But let me tell you about it. So 2Q10, right, the price is this and this. So in terms of fish oil, this is what you save. That's a lot of saving, you know. So you create a barrier. So make their life difficult. Oh, by the way, I only got 2 of it. Oh, by the way, I don't know whether the company has got that. Oh, by the way, everyone's looking for a policy anyway. So we can only buy 3 a day. I'm not sure. I have some other customers that have placed their order. Well, I don't know. I still have any for you or not. These actually speed up, create a barrier to actually speed up for them to make a decision, yes or no, yes or no. So for me, this is something that I hope through this buying psychology and everyone learn to be. So did you guys learn something out of it? Great. So the other thing that I like to talk about is this, and I'm sure we are dealing with human being. Let me ask you, those people with kids, you guys know, right? Even with kids, the same environment, the same gene or similar gene, the personality is so different. Do you guys agree? Right? So we are dealing with different personality. And I realize the D, I, S, and C is very important. For example, there are some customer, they are very dominant. So if you talk to this kind of customer, make sure that you don't be late. Number one. Number two, you don't make a decision for them. You can help them to make a decision, but you don't force them to make a decision because they don't like it. Don't be late. Don't force them to make a decision. You assist them to make a decision. And most importantly, because they are dominant kind of people, they like to have a choice. Make sure that they have all the options open for them to make a decision. And make sure when you go, you provide information or relevant for them that they need, and they will choose whether they want to read it or not. This is dominant. How about the I type, the influencing person? Oh, the I type of people are different. See, they are more human oriented. So they think about human, they like to have fun. Oh, you know what? We have salary party. Oh, we have weight loss program. With this weight loss program, we have invited a lot of people to share with us. It's very fun. Oh, by the way, right? Oh, actually, people like you, oh, you make the whole party so lively, Oh, then when they feel the importance and their presence can lift up the whole environment, they will be happily be there. DISS is those very steady kind of people. People that are very steady, it's very difficult to make decisions, did you realize? For them to make decision, they have to think, they have to ask their mom, they have to ask their mother, they have to ask their father, they have to ask this, they just can't make a decision. For people, S-type people, you make sure that you help them make a decision. Hey, don't think so much. I think this package is the best for you. I can't think of a better package than this for you. Actually, this one is the most people will buy this. You start with this, you start with this. You have to help them to make a decision. And C-type compliance people, when I joined, I was one of whom. So C-type of people is, they will not make a decision on the spot. No way. Number one, you must remember, you don't tell them what to do because they are very smart. They want to make the decision. They want to do their research. You let them do their research. Let them make the decision. C type of people, remember, if you don't know something, say you don't know. It's okay to say don't know, but do not make up things. If you don't know something, say, sorry, I don't know. Can I come back to you later? It's okay. But do not make up something. Do not make up something. And when they realize this is not right, then everything that you have said previously doesn't mean anything at all. So C type of people takes time. And then they like to make their own decision. You can provide information for them, but usually, right, they will look for their own information. C type of people is very difficult to convince. However, once convinced, they never leave. Like me. So at least you know that you are dealing with different people, different personality. So, okay, this is what you need to take into account. Okay. So next, okay, we talked about this already. Next. So after all these things that I have mentioned, I still come back to this. So what is USANA selling? If you think about it. What exactly is USANA selling? Now, right, I hope that when you see this product, you don't just see this product, you see all the values behind it. If someone become If someone can lose 5 or 10% of their body weight, wow, what does it mean to them? Oh, means that they gain confidence. They gain confidence. They that might affect their career or might affect their relationship, or most importantly, affect their health. Oh, the same goes with the skin and goes with the supplementation. And there's so many things to talk about. So actually, like what I say, what we see is just the surface, it's the tip of the iceberg. We need to go and dig deeper to see how we can find values and add values to our customer. So hopefully through this presentation, I hope that you guys see when you can merge the product benefits with the customer needs, this is where sales can happen. This is where sales can happen. But one thing that I like to highlight as well, we keep saying that we need to sell this to customer, look for different age group, this and that. Actually, the most important person that you need to sell to is yourself. Ask yourself this: Have you purchased USANA? In other words, did they manage to sell you USANA? Have you convinced yourself about USANA? In what aspect? You can actually tell from how confident you are in this 5 aspects. About the USANA company, Dr. Vance, from the research team, from the future, from the direction of our company. How confident are you? I always get my associate to rank out of 10. How confident are you with all this? With USANA products, do you think for you, is USANA the best product in the world? Or do you believe that USANA can actually improve our health, or change the complexion, or make someone lose weight? Ask yourself, how confident are you with the products? And the third one is with the network marketing industry. USANA is actually distributed through network marketing. But, are you proud to be a network marketer? If you feel ashamed being a network marketer, how can you share this? So often when people ask, I hate it when people ask, hey, are you doing network marketing? Oh, no lah. I'm just using the product, and yeah, I'm just a user. Oh, really? If friends ask, right? Then I sell them. But if they ask, if they don't ask, I don't go and ask people. I don't like to be pushy. You are not proud of what you are doing. You are not proud of what you are doing. And I tell you what, there was once, this is something that as a newcomer need to overcome. How proud are you, and how dare are you to tell people, yes, I'm doing network marketing. I'm doing USANA. I'm a USANA distributor. Yeah, I remember there was once, right? I actually met someone, and that person asked me, hey, what are you doing? I'm getting sick and tired of telling people, oh, I'm doing health education, or I help people with their financial help, or I'm doing event. No, I tell them, I'm telling you, I'm actually doing USANA, network marketing. And you know what the other person said? He said, oh, USANA, I heard about it. I've been looking for USANA. That's how I signed him up. You must be proud of yourself, proud of the industry, and become someone that even you yourself will follow, will lead, then you'll be successful. And the fourth one is your team. Everyone has got a team. You should follow your team. Every team has got successful leader, and I learn from everyone else. You should learn from your team. You should be proud of your team. You know, that's why I think this is very important. And lastly, like I mentioned before, you must be very confident with yourself. If you yourself will not follow you, do you think other people will follow you? Always ask yourself, if I were to be given a choice to choose, will I choose to follow me? And your answer should be yes. Your answer should be yes. Or else, this is something that you need to work on. Don't get me wrong. If you're not confident, then doesn't mean that you cannot do. That's not what I meant. What I meant is from here, you can see where you have room for improvement. If you're not confident with the company, then okay, maybe this is something that we need to brush up. The product need to brush up, or you might not know about the industry or the team. Maybe you haven't been joining the team activities, or you don't know the direction of your team, and so on and so forth. For the team to survive so many years, there must be something good in it, and you should be very proud of it. And lastly, is yourself. Okay, so this I have 2 tips that I like to share with people. The first one is actually do not compare yourself with others. Everyone starts from somewhere, and do not ever. And everyone has got different background, experience, and educational background, or different thing. I give you an example. Since young, ever since I was in high school, I am a very talkative person. People need to do something to stop me from talking. That is me, And in terms of selling, oh my goodness, I still remember when I was in high school, high school has got fun fair to raise money, right? I remember every time whenever anyone cannot sell anything, they will just bring it to my store, and I managed to sell all of them. So I have selling experience already. And on top of that, or maybe because of my educational background, and I taught, and I was a lecturer, so I might have a bit of competitive edge. But don't compare your journey with my journey. If I might take 3 or I might take 2 years to become gold, but doesn't mean that if you become gold director in 5 years, then it's not, it is bad. You get what I mean? Do not compare yourself with others. I think this is something that kills a lot of people. But having said that, I don't mean that you can go slowly. If you can go quick, you can go fast, then do it. But do not compare yourself or your journey with other people. There are people that use 7 years to become gold. So what? They are successful. They are top Fortune 25 now. Not just one, a few. So don't compare your journey with others. And everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own life. I always believe in this. Lastly, I want to tell you guys this. Whenever you go and see your customer, your clients, or you go out, make sure that you have your story. Your story is very important. People come to you, people buy products from you, people join your team because of you. Well, partially because of the USANA product, because of the USANA company. There are so many people that are doing USANA. But why do people want to join you? Are you prepared? And everyone must have got a story to tell. Ask yourself this. Why do you want to do USANA? Why? This is very, very important. And I would like to end my story by telling you guys why I joined USANA. I joined USANA in 2012 during May. I got introduced by another PhD, a friend from Temple. So she introduced me to USANA. And during that time, well, I didn't believe in network marketing, let alone making money from network marketing. It was the people in the team, their care, their courage, and the sense of community that made me join. Actually, I still remember during that time, because I'm a Buddhist, so during May is the Buddha's Day festival. So I still remember that time I was cooking. I can cook. I was cooking in the Buddha. I was a volunteer and I cooked in a Buddha's Day event. And during that time, I asked for people, hey, can someone help me? And suddenly I realized the people there were so good. They said, hey, come, I can help you. I can cook, I can chop. And there are people that say, oh, what are you selling? I said, selling curry laksa. Oh, you sell curry laksa. Let me tell me which store. I go and tell my friend and they all come and buy. Well, I know it sounds silly. I joined because of the people. I thought, wow, this group of people, right? They gave me four warm courage, and I thought, oh, these are the group of the people that if I want to do a business, I want to join them. And after joining, I tell you, my journey is also very dramatic, you know. You think when I joined, ding, straight away, I want to do business, ding, I start doing no way. I still remember every family meeting before I went to the family meeting. I prepared already. I told myself, after tonight, I'm going to tell my leaders that network marketing is not suitable for me. I get myself so organized, so prepared already. But after the whole family meeting, I thought, no, see, my leaders are so good. They prepare the dinner lah, they prepare the dessert lah. Oh, my leaders, right? They prepare the whole presentation, If I say not suitable for me, that I don't come, I feel bad, you know. So I said, okay, let me stay for another week. So 1 week after the other, 1 week after the other. Oh, now I don't want to leave already. So that's why I emphasize a lot on family meeting. The family meeting, right, must be warm, must have the homey feeling. So when I took over my family meeting, I start to cook for my members because, at night when they come. So I don't know, I feel it. And actually, I was working in the university and my income was decent and I was working as a postdoc. I was a researcher. Things were quite good. Actually, what is the turning point was about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I went to Bali. It was the AP group by Visana. At that time, it was in Bali. So it was a very memorable trip. We went to a 6-star hotel. And then, we were having fun. There were about 20 of us in our team. Then I actually went with my brother. And it was very fun. And on the last day, before we left the hotel, we were playing at the swimming pool. So I still remember it was 11 o'clock because the bus will be picking us up at 1. We said, okay, now it's 11 already, so we better leave. I said, before we go, right, how about let me dive into the pool? Mind you, I have been playing at the pool for the whole hour, nothing happened. And during that time, I wasn't that heavy, so it's not because of my weight that this accident happened. But when I jumped into the pool, I actually hit the bottom of the swimming pool and I cracked my vertebrae. So I have 2 cracked vertebrae. It was very drastic for me because in the laboratory, how we sacrifice the mice is that we actually pick up the mice, we hold the neck, the head, and they hit against the table. That's how we crack. We know that when we crack the vertebrae and we say goodbye to the mouse. So during that time, right, when this accident happened, I still remember deep inside me, I was praying. I say, right, if I were to become paralyzed from neck onwards, I'd rather die here. Because you realize that health, right, is not us. Health is health is our health is not just ours. Our health is for everyone around us that care for us. So I went home. I have been resting in Malaysia for 2 months. And during these 2 months, right, I realized a lot of things. I realized no matter how good I am to speak or talk, if I was just lying there, I was no different than a sick person. And today, if no matter how good I can do experiment, if today I cannot walk, I'm no different from another sick person. And during this time, I saw that my passive income from USANA keep coming in every single week. And that was my light bulb moment, that we do not know whether uncertainties or tomorrow, which one will come first. Only then I made my decision that from now onwards, I do not want to rely on active income. I must build my passive income. So after that accident, I started to grab down and slowly move away from my work in university and start to get involved, more and more involved in USANA. So that was my story. And that is one of the reasons why until today, I still work hard for it, because I know like in my case, I was very lucky because 9 out of 10 people that had this kind of accident, they need to have operation surgery straight away. And I don't know, maybe, I'm saying maybe, by the way, maybe, I'm saying maybe. Maybe I've been consuming this for the past three years, that my skull become a little bit stronger. I don't know. And when I hit, maybe the force, right, dissipate nicely. And my case wasn't too severe. So I didn't have any surgery. But the neurosurgeon reminded me, so compared to other people, my neck will degenerate quicker. And for me, it's like holding a tickling bone. So that's why I know how important it is to actually have a passive income for myself and for people around me that love me. So I have to say, I have been very blessed to get to know about USANA. I have been very blessed to actually work with my team, not just the whole entire team. I think I'm very blessed that a lot of leaders and mentors in the entire USANA have from time to time given me encouragement, support, and opportunity. And also the USANA company as well, that given me this kind of platform to actually speak, share my knowledge, and share my experience. And I wish you guys all the best of luck. And thank you. That's my time. I'm King. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tian. So now all of you, if you really love what he has shared, please put one in the group chat so that Dr. Tian know exactly how you feel about him. The more, the merrier. So Dr. Tian, you have really bring us through a very different side of you, from the very joyous you to the oh, it's like an emotional roller coaster, the fun, we were laughing so hard, and then it comes so emotional, so sentimental, and then we see the confident side of you, how you really share your passion for the product itself. Really, thank you so much for sharing with us. I think all of us has really benefited from how you actually sell the skills that you learn from selling curry laksa, right? And how you actually implemented here is really, really amazing. So now, people, it is essential that all of you go back, take this opportunity that you are staying at home now, or less working activities or more time at home now,